On behalf of the American Association for Employment and Education, I'd like to welcome you to the AAEE-sponsored webinar, This Is Us, Canyons School District. My name is Tim Newbert, and I'm the Executive Director of AAEE. Before we begin our webinar, I'd like to thank some of my colleagues, AAEE Board Member Daphne Donaldson from East Baton Rouge Parish Schools, who directs our Professional Development Program, and Sarah Russell, our Strategic Marketing Manager, for her leadership role in preparing and hosting today's webinar. For those attending live, please note that if you have technical difficulties, you may send a message to any meeting by clicking the button in the upper right-hand corner. Also, during the webinar, all attendees will be muted. However, at any point, you may submit questions via the chat feature. Our presenters will allow time for questions toward the end of their presentation, so throughout the webinar, please submit your questions and comments via the chat box, and they'll try their best to respond to all questions during the event. If you are not currently a member of AAEE, you can find more information on our website at aaee.org. We are an association that brings together the college and university professionals who prepare future teachers with the employers who hire them. Related to that mission, we offer publications and events, such as the Job Search Handbook for Educators, an annual Teacher Supply and Demand Report, a calendar of education-specific job fairs held around the country, an annual conference and a career fair, which was held in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania last fall, and will be held in St. Louis, Missouri in November, and of course, our webinars. Today, we're pleased to have our friends Joe Jolly and Sally Sansom from Canyons School District in Sandy, Utah. Joe has been a teacher, high school principal, and human resources administrator over secondary recruiting for the past 39 years and has been recruiting for Canyons School District since its inception in 2009. During Sally's 24 years in education, she has worked as a teacher, coach, elementary school principal, and human resources administrator for elementary schools. She enjoys sharing with others why CSD is the place to be. They are currently crisscrossing the country as recruiters for Canyons School District, and both agree they have the best job in the district because they get to meet all the new teachers who are so excited to begin their teaching careers. Thank you for sharing information about Canyons School District with us today, Joe and Sally. I'll turn it over to you now.
All right, thanks, Tim. Good afternoon. I'm Joe Jolly.
And I'm Sally Sansom, and we are the recruiters for Canyons School District. We're excited to be with you today, and we look forward to introducing you to Canyons. This afternoon, we'll discuss what distinguishes Canyons District from other educational organizations. We'll talk about our location, the quality of life it affords, and we'll show why so many professionals are choosing to relocate here. It just so happens that 38% of our new hires come from outside Utah. We'll also explain our hiring process and how to obtain a Utah teaching license.
Canyons School District is located in the great state of Utah, which 3 million people call home. The state is defined by vast expanses of desert and the Wasatch Mountain Range and is a favorite for outdoor enthusiasts. Utah is also home to many sporting and cultural opportunities such as the Utah Jazz, Real Salt Lake, the Utah Symphony and Opera, the Sundance Film Festival, and the Tony Award-winning Utah Shakespeare Festival, just to name a few. Known today for its growing, tech-savvy, education-minded, and recreation-oriented workforce, Utah is one of the most affordable, clean, and safe states in the country. Our schools are located within a 20-minute drive of downtown Salt Lake City. We have 4 world-class ski resorts right in our backyard, as well as 5 national parks within a 5 hours drive.
Canyons is the 5th largest school district in Utah. As a spin-off of what was previously the largest district, it's also the newest school district. We educate about 34,000 students, operate 49 schools, including non-traditional and specialized programs, and employ about 6,000 individuals. The district serves 5 Salt Lake County municipalities, the Alta Township, Cottonwood Heights, Draper, Midvale, and Sandy cities. We even have a one-room schoolhouse at the Alta Ski Resort, where recess is often spent on the slopes. Everything has a creation story, and Canyons is no different. Let's take a few moments to view a video about Utah, the district, and the people who have chosen to live, work, and play here.
Utah was obviously the landscape. Always wanted to live out west, somewhere in the mountains, and then when I met with some of the people from the district, I just fell in love. It's a really supportive district, and everybody's just kind of like family and here for you, so that really sucked me in too.
Allows me to live 10 minutes away from work, 10 minutes away from downtown, 20 minutes away from the nearest ski resort. So it's a perfect package for me.
Like seeing the pictures and exploring it on the internet, and then eventually coming out and seeing it, Canyons, and when I came to Union, it just felt like this is the place I need to be right here.
Anybody who wants like to go on an adventure or take a chance, like come out here because you're not going to regret it. Not even a little.
Back home in Minnesota, I went to a job fair in Minneapolis. I was looking for my first full-time teaching job. I had always wanted to come out to the mountains. I talked to Sally from HR at Canyons, and she kind of described the city, how it's a big city, easily accessible to the outdoors, and that was really appealing to me. I love to hike, camp, snowboarding is one of my biggest hobbies. Picturing my classroom, being able to look out the windows and see the mountains right there, was kind of like my dream classroom. I'd wanted to move away from home and experience a new part of the country, so it was kind of just a perfect fit for me. Since the day that I walked in, I felt like everyone here has had my back, both as a first-year teacher and a new teacher to the school district. Our 5th grade team is amazing. We do everything together. So the other teachers that I work with, we plan and discuss things, so we're always on the same page. That's really helped me. We also have an instructional coach that works with us whenever we need. I've seen other school districts that want to try programs, but they don't necessarily want to commit. And so you get resources from here and there. But Canyons is really all in. We're going to do this and we're going to do it well. And so you have to kind of have the same attitude that I'm going to give this my best effort and not give up if I struggle at first. My goal for my students is I don't want them, even though it's easy to, when we have all these standardized tests, to measure themselves up to those. I just want to make sure that they feel like they did the best that they could. I have super high expectations for all of my students, and so I want to help raise their expectations. And as long as they feel like they got everything they could out of the school year, then that's mission accomplished. I've never had a job where I get so much enjoyment out of it. Obviously, it's harder than some professions that you can go into, but at the same time, the rewards are just as high, and I wouldn't trade it in for anything.
Melanie Hurlbert. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I teach 6th grade ELA at Union Middle. When I graduated and there weren't any teaching jobs in Pennsylvania, I figured why not move out west. And I originally wanted to move to Colorado, but I was at the PERP job fair in Pittsburgh and saw Canyons, and I was like, oh, Salt Lake City and Denver, Colorado, they're the same place, right? Because they're right next to each other. And I ended up talking to Canyons and absolutely fell in love with it. Huge emphasis on middle school. And I was originally a middle school major, so my major was 4th to 8th grade, so I am like obsessed with middle schoolers. And so the fact that they even put that in their brochure, like we are like 4 middle schoolers and we're trying to make our middle school program better, I was like, that is what I want right there. I really think the best way to combat like all the different things that we have to juggle, because I'm definitely not gonna lie, there's a lot of things to juggle. Being a first year teacher is an exhausting experience, but you know, figuring out like finding your friends to help you juggle it and having a good collaboration partner is absolutely key, because I don't think I could do it if I didn't have like all of the supports that I do. People here are amazing. I have made some of my greatest friends out here in the short time that I've been here, and I don't know, I just feel like I belong here, and like I was like just waiting to make it here so that like I could live here. Like this is where I belong, and like I absolutely, like I love horseback riding and hiking and doing all those kinds of fun things and just like hanging out with my friends and going into Salt Lake City, and there's just like so much to do, like so much more than I ever had back home. I love this environment and the way that it works, so I would definitely recommend somebody else do it.
I love working with the kids and, you know, seeing them get it and seeing them like really, especially when they're doing a lab, when they're like, oh, this is really cool, getting to share my passion with them, which is sometimes easier to do and sometimes harder to do. Sometimes there's things that you think are really cool and they're like, this is just something else I need to learn, right? But trying to find a way for them to have it be something cool and something that they'll remember just because it's really interesting. In Seattle and here, I was a clinical research coordinator. I fell into clinical research. It was never really the long-term plan. And so when I got here and I was doing clinical research, I kind of hit the wall in Seattle, and I was like, maybe it'll be different up here. And I kind of hit that same wall where it didn't feel like that's what I wanted to do long-term. And so I kind of made that call to switch over to teaching.
This will be the second year I've worked with Zoya, and she is a phenomenal teacher. She came in feeling a little bit scared and just kind of new.
Anytime I have a question, anytime I need something, I feel like I'm supported here. I never feel like you always hear stories about other teachers where they feel like they're battling their administration. I never feel like that here. I think the coaching here is great. My coach last year I struggled a lot with classroom management, and so she took a day and we went and we visited a ton of other teachers in the district, and I got the chance to see how they do things and kind of get some tips and tricks from them. So just the fact that if I ever need something, I kind of have someone to turn to.
We as coaches are available to our teachers pretty much 24/7. Even on weekends, we answer emails, we take phone calls, we answer texts, and we do everything from emotional support for teachers when they need it, or just to talk through a situation. So it could be anything from classroom management to things like developing units and curriculum, using technology in the classroom, doing behavioral supports with individual students in the classroom. It could be, and along any of those lines, we do co-teaching with teachers to help them. We can do targeted observations, followed up with video observations even. We go back and review with the teacher, and that doesn't happen in every district. We are one-to-one coaching, so that means that we have at least one coach at every secondary, middle, and elementary school within the district.
Additionally, the team here, the team I work with, is great. I never felt like I had to start from scratch. When I got here, they were like, these are what we normally do. And it was never, you have to do it this way, but here are a lot of resources, which made it a lot easier. I didn't feel like I had to create my own curriculum, which helped a lot.
District, though, we do really push professional learning communities here, and at the high school level, we are further along than many schools within the country.
Canyons is a great school. It's a great community. I like being a part of it.
As you can see, Canyons has high expectations. Since the district's inception in 2009, our mission has been to prepare students for the rigors of college and careers, and everything we do as employees is to support and fulfill that goal, which means that everything we do is to support and support our teachers in their vital work. Canyons values students. As a district, we focus on positive relationships, high expectations, and a commitment to every student being college and career ready. CSD is committed to implementing educational practices that are the most likely to result in student success by using the best evidence from educational research and ongoing database problem solving. But while we are guided by evidence, we also encourage creativity, because we know that what might work for most students doesn't necessarily work for every student. Our teachers are constantly using outcomes data to guide and make adjustments in their instruction.
For the elementary teachers out there, here's a snapshot of our K-5 programs. Our elementary schools have brain booster specialties that include art, music, PE, computers, library, or STEM, which provides our teachers with weekly protected collaboration time. We offer dual immersion programs in Chinese, French, or Spanish, a magnet for accelerated learners, and specialized classrooms for students with severe disabilities. All schools have access to school psychologists and use the PBIS multi-tiered approach to social, emotional, and behavior support. CSD was the first district in Utah to deploy PlayWorks in all of its elementary schools. This program, along with the behavioral intervention program Check-In, Check-Out, have produced a marked decrease in behavioral problems and office referrals at our highly impacted schools.
Our middle schools start late every Friday to provide educators protected time for interdisciplinary and team collaboration. Schools are organized by houses, creating small learning communities where teachers and students connect with each other in a safe and supportive environment. Rigor is evident in all classrooms with additional opportunities for advanced and gifted learners. Students can choose elective classes in visual and performing arts, career and tech education, and world languages, including dual immersion. Students have additional opportunities for intramural activities. Our comprehensive high schools have successful concurrent enrollment programs, and Hillcrest High hosts our International Baccalaureate program. 4 of our schools rank among Utah's top 10 for the number of students who take and/or pass advanced placement courses. Students may also take additional classes during a summer semester or through our virtual high school. Our schools also excel in athletics. Not a year has gone by without one of our schools earning a state title. Extracurricular activities such as robotics and mountain biking also play an important role in providing students with leadership opportunities and a sense of belonging.
The time that students are in school is valuable and limited, and we make it a priority to provide teachers with the tools, training, and resources they need to make the most of that time. More than any other variable in education, more than schools or the curriculum, teachers matter, and it's important to recognize them for their contributions and compensate them accordingly. Since its inception, the district has given employees some kind of compensation increase, a cost of living or step increase, or both. And in 2017, the Board of Education approved boosting CSD's starting teacher salary by more than $5,000, while also providing salary hikes for mid-career and veteran educators. We believe that innovation starts with teachers inside the classroom. Each year, we make tens of thousands of dollars in competitive grants available to fuel teachers' ideas for advancing education. We also support our teachers by investing in schools. Since the inception of the district, voters have authorized more than $500 million in bonds to modernize our schools. Because Canyons District was created by a vote of the people, we experience uncommon levels of community support.
Canyons also supports educators through providing high-quality professional development. Our professional development classes are called HYPE, High Yielding Practices for Educators. As a Canyons teacher, you will have the opportunity to self-select HYPE classes that meet your educational needs. As you can see, there are a variety of class offerings for both elementary and secondary teachers. These HYPE classes are taught by our achievement coaches, district specialists, and school administrators. Feedback from teachers indicates they value the HYPE classes and are able to transfer the information they have learned quickly into their practice.
If continuing your education is important, we provide the opportunity for you to earn additional endorsements to your teaching license. These endorsements include Level 2 Math, ESL, Gifted and Talented, Reading, Educational Technology, and STEM. All of these endorsement programs are taught in conjunction with a university. You will be earning graduate level credits at a very reduced rate. Classes are taught in the evenings and many take place in our schools. You will be working with a cohort of teachers, so it is a great opportunity to collaborate with others in the district. Supporting teachers in the district is a top priority. As a new teacher, you will be invited to participate in the district's New Teacher Academy. This consists of face-to-face meetings with district specialists, online modules, and informative emails throughout the year. It is another way to ensure you have the resources and support you need to be successful. Every school in Canyons District has a full-time achievement coach. They are a master teacher who is assigned to a school, but not their own classroom, who are available throughout the day to support teachers. They provide valuable feedback, informal observations, coaching cycles, co-teaching, and more. They have also been known to offer a shoulder to cry on, as well as chocolate after a bad day.
Meeting together as an instructional professional learning community provides a regular forum to discuss lesson plans, student progress, and data with your administrators, achievement coaches, and grade level or content team. It is also a great place to share innovative ideas and collaborate with others. To ensure you have the curriculum materials to best meet the needs of you and your students, extensive curriculum maps have been developed by Canyons classroom teachers. They guide you through the core standards you are required to teach and are available in all content areas.
Technology is also valued in our schools. It is a tool that can open up many doors for students. Our schools have been rebuilt or updated with a network to support the technology in our classrooms. Most classrooms come equipped with a teacher laptop, document camera, mounted projector, and an audio enhancement sound system. Many of our schools also have smartboards, iPads, laptops, Chromebooks, and traditional computer labs. We also have educational technology specialists who are teacher coaches assigned to support you as you integrate technology into your teaching. Knowing that technology can sometimes let us down, we have also provided a help desk which is available during the day, as well as field techs assigned to schools to quickly resolve any issues.
Canyons has developed and uses a multi-tiered system of supports framework. Instruction and intervention includes academic supports such as explicit instruction, opportunities to respond, academic feedback, and scaffolding. And the behavioral supports includes active supervision, positive feedback, precision requests, and de-escalation strategies, just to name a few. Data for decision-making includes educators using assessments that are reliable, valid, and aligned to standards. The data is used to measure student progress and implementation of system supports. Team-based problem solving includes using data to guide instructional decisions, allocate resources, and problem solve collaboratively to meet students' needs.
You've worked hard to become a teacher, and it's important to us that you find a district that meets your needs and is willing to invest in you. We hope you can see Utah is a great place to live and CSD is the place to be. To apply for Canyons District, go to canyonsdistrict.org and click on Employment Info. That will lead you to our online application, which is managed through teachersteachers.com. Most states have license reciprocity with Utah. However, Utah requires specific content praxis exams. If you haven't taken the required praxis, you will have a year to complete this requirement. We are here to help you through the application, hiring, and licensing process. We look forward to adding you to the Canyons team.
Do we have any questions out there in the chat room?
This is Tim. While we're waiting for any questions, I just want to say how tremendous that was. The video was great. You guys, your slides were wonderful, and I love the photo of the two of you at the end of it.
Oh, thanks. We love that photo too.
Like you guys do really enjoy your work.
Yeah, we do like our work. We have a great time, and we make a great team, so it's fun. So, Tim, if there aren't any questions, we thank you for giving us this opportunity, for letting us spend our time with you today. It's been great.
Absolutely, our pleasure. So, Sarah, do you see any questions coming in? Oh, there she just messaged. There are no questions. So thank you, Joe and Sally, again from Canyon School District. We appreciate your time today. Have a wonderful one.
Thanks, Tim.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.